What's up, everybody? So, Coach Ryan here, and we're in our last live stream of the week. We're going to be talking about habits today. I like to cover something new at the end of every week or something that's most pressing or most engaging for me, and hopefully for you too at the end of the week. It is the end of the month. It is October 30th. Tomorrow, technically, will be the end of the month, but it is the end of our month for business for, excuse me, for our live stream. So it would be the end of the raffles today. And what we're going to do is take a look at everything that is up. I'm going to check my YouTube page and see if I have any comments, any feedback the uh, from the previous posts that we have. So far, the most that I see here is pretty much no comments for the most part. And so what we'll do is we'll say nothing there as far as comments uh, have been stated in the page that we have. Going over to our Facebook page, checking out our inbox to take a look and see what's going on, see if any of you have reached out. We've got some Instagram uh, comments. These are just comments for, let's see here, commented. All right, cool. So those are related to my ads that I'm running. And for the Facebook side, let's see here, anything in the mix? Nope. So I don't see anything coming in as far as the YouTube side is concerned. So that being said, we don't have any winners. No, no winners this month. And so I'm gonna take that on me. One, we have had a few new subscribers who have joined us, and I really appreciate you guys. I want to say thank you and for joining in. But as far as me taking that on myself, it's because I feel like I'm not bridging the gap. And I know typically with content, with doing this on a regular basis, if you're not meeting if you're not connecting with your audience, if you're not bridging that gap, so to speak, and providing material or motivation or combination thereof, then there's something missing. Does that mean we're going away? No. Does that mean that we're going to give up and feel bad about ourselves? No. I might be sad a little bit, but that's okay. Um, I will drink all of my Shakeology by myself. No, I'll share it with whoever I come into contact with, and spread the love that way. How about that? But yeah, we the whole goal here is to continue to connect with new individuals, provide you material that's going to be impactful, or I don't even want to use the word impactful. I think that's overstated word. That's going to be useful, that's going to be applicable, and most importantly, is going to meet you exactly where you are. How about that? I think that's more appropriate. And so that's the goal, is to have material that's going to meet you guys exactly where you are and provide those details that you need to address the challenges you're coming to us for. So, for example, the losing weight is very common, burning out fat, typically, excuse me, primarily in the midsection. That's usually where I'd say 95% of customers who come, if they aren't looking at 30 pounds or less, if we're talking especially 30 plus pounds, midsection, it's just that common area that we all struggle with when we put some weight on. Feeling uncomfortable, feeling anxious, feeling sad. I've gotten a number of people this week who have been completely and totally stressed out. Excessive stress, stress on the content or context of years even. So those are some different areas where really it is quite truly areas that we're looking, or that we're able to assist people in. And so I need to, as a coach, as a business owner, continue to provide content in those areas. So I'll be working on that. Now, obviously, it's a very trying time. It's going to be here in a few days, the election, which I think everybody is eager. Probably, I don't know if you're eager. I don't know if you're anxious. You might be stressed. You might be frustrated. You might be dealing with a million other things in addition to what's going on in our country. So the what would I say? The pallet or the plate could be quite full, quite fully loaded at this point. So, that being said, we're going to go ahead and talk about, let's see. So nothing for the custom product and service package that we offer. For November, I'm actually not going to offer any of those. If you want to work with us, great. I'll go ahead and get you set up with a call, a consultation call. The three packages are off for the month of November. I might have some offers towards the end of the month for you guys as far as our business is concerned. But ultimately, with that being said, we're going to a focus on for the month of November gratitude and Thanksgiving, and I think we're going to do a. Let's see, what day is Thanksgiving this year? It'd be perfect if it was like an easy number. Let's see, November. So the second, Thanksgiving is on. Oh, that's awesome. So I think what we'll do starting Monday next week is 25 days of gratitude. I don't know that that'll work though. That's so 5, 10, 15, 19. Let's see. Pardon me. I could have hit my mute there. I apologize. That sneeze came on me really fast. Excuse me. So 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 7, 14, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We're going to do 25 days of Thanksgiving. So from the 2nd till the 26th, 25 days of Thanksgiving. We'll be covering being thankful, gratitude, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys in the areas where I am working on doing the same. So we're going to do it as a collective role. And so starting the second, what we're going to be focusing on is what we're thankful for in these hard times. And I think it's the hardest to be thankful for things when we have such challenging circumstances. Very hard, very difficult. So that will be what we focus on. All right. So I want to give you a little sneak peek to that. Like I said, we'll have no raffles, and we'll probably share with you guys some maybe end of the month specials or what we're looking to do moving into December, because that's the time of year where people are going to have the holidays, and then directly after that, getting into January, they're going to be looking at let's see, they're going to be looking at wanting to do the new year, new me, so to speak, or just some new body transformation. So that's covered there. A week from today, we're going to have our first guest on, Peter. He's a coach that I've trained with, and I'm really looking forward to having him on. So we're going to have this format with Zoom. It'll be live. We'll do it live on our YouTube as we usually do, and looking forward to that. It's going to be really great to have someone else on our live stream. I'm going to be asking him about how it's been in the season, the challenges, everything going on with COVID and being a coach. And he does exactly like me, is keeping people going in their health and fitness. And so we're going to have him on as well. So we're looking forward to that. Okay, so that being said, I'm just going to share my screen really quickly. And I want to make sure you guys have access to our Facebook page. So going back to Project Fresh, there's one of the ads we're running. If I view this as a visitor, this is what you'll see on our page. So you'll know exactly what it is that you're looking for. Project Fresh. I got all of our content. That's myself and my wife. This is when COVID started way back. We were at the grocery store and we were just kind of getting an idea of how things look. We hadn't even really gotten masks yet, so it's muted actually, so you can't necessarily hear it. But we were shopping at one of the local grocery stores. This is back in May, early May. That's how everything was looking. So yeah, interesting how that is. But we got all of our calls. I'll be throwing some more content in here soon. Right now, I'm just focusing on the live stream, which we've really been able to keep this going for quite some time. which is cool to see. Consistency really pays off, and it's become a habit now, which is really exciting. But ultimately, that's what we're going to talk about is habits here in a minute. That's our Facebook page. We also have our Instagram page. Elevate Your Fresh is our tag, so I'll make sure that you guys have that. But let's get into it. We've been talking now for a little over 10 minutes, and I want to get into today's talk. Today may be a little bit shorter as well. It's the end of the week. Our topic isn't too long, but I think it's really impactful, and it's habits. And the reason why it came up today is I've seen this a few times on different social medias. What happens in the morning when, or what is a great way to start off your day with habits? And one of the things that I see very consistently is don't get on your phone. Don't check your phone. Don't check email. Don't check your news. Don't check maybe certain things you're following or looking for updates because it puts you in a reactive mood or it puts your mind into a reaction state. And they say the studies show that how you start your day is how your day goes through. So let's just say hypothetically, we all know that that's correct. Now, obviously, I think anything I say here, as well as you hear anyone else say, you should always double check it. I think that's very important. The only way that there's true accountability is that if you can take what someone says and go check it for yourself and find it to be true, then it's accountable. It's something that you can believe in. Okay. So I want to put that out there first. So let's say, for example, that however we wake up and start our day is how the rest of the day is going to go. Now, psychologically, that may be true. Part of me spiritually says there's always room for adjustments. There's always room for grace. There's always room to find yourself in a better spot and finish the day strong. Okay. I don't think that means that you'd be locked in solid, but I definitely can see how they might say something along the lines of how you start your day could give a good idea of what the rest of your day is going to be like. Now, that would seem most appropriate. Okay. I'm no psychologist. I'm no statistician. I'm no researcher. I'm just a a practitioner in the field. So I've gone and looked at how it looks for me though. So the last few mornings, I've paid attention to what my habits have been, and typically, I'll wake up and I'll get on a social media, I'll check an email, and I'll do something else. Check something I'm following, looking for a status update or whatever it might be. An order, maybe a purchase considering, maybe a conversation, um, whatever it is. And the flip side, the recommendation is to wake up in the morning, get out of bed, do your best not to snooze your alarm because fragmented sleeping also has an impact on your energy level and you getting up and moving. You got different things going on in the body. The body's like, are we waking up or are we going back to sleep? Melatonin, serotonin, those kinds of things happening. So, what can you do when you wake up in the morning, or what are some active things that you can do to get you in an action taking day, an action taking type of day versus a reacting type of day? If we're reacting, we're waiting to have things come our way and react to them, or we're in a responsive and action type position where we're taking action and we're responding to the things that come our way. Does that make sense? So, with that being said, what a responsive or what would set you up for a responsive type kind of day would be doing things like pouring yourself some water the night before waking up and drinking the water. That's really good for the body. It's like getting the engine going. We want to get some water going into the body, wake up the body, get the joints and everything lubricated. A lot of times, most of the water that was in the system is now in the bladder. Chances are you probably have to wake up and go to the bathroom. Majority of the water that you drank the day before is now made its way through the system and is waiting to exit the body. So that's a very excellent move. The brain's over 70% water. The muscles, the muscles are over 70% or at least 70% water, and we need water to move everything in the body as well. Okay, so drinking a glass of water, maybe something in the morning like brushing the teeth as far as a routine, something that's actionable. If you can make your bed, uh, that is really recommended as well. Now, here's something this morning that I realized. It's still dark out because I get up early. My wife is asleep in the bed, so there's no way I can make the bed. But what I did was pulled the sheets very softly on my side and put my pillow on top of the bed covering so that I gave myself the experience of making my side of the bed. Didn't want to disturb my wife. I let her sleep and I made my side and I exited quietly so that she could get some rest. That was very helpful. And then one other thing that you can do is meditation, just allowing your mind to be free of any thoughts or maybe focusing on what specifically needs to be done for the day. And you can just, it's very simple, closing the eyes, taking a deep breath in through the nose and exhale out to the mouth, nice and relaxed. Because a lot of times, and I'll just say this for myself, I find that I'm right into it right off the bat, and I'm like, I'm reacting to whatever I need to do for the day, and it's just reactionary all day. I've been spending some time thinking about this, and I'm seeing what they mean by it. I am not responding to what I have for the day. I'm reacting to it, and that can really flux the emotions. That can really flux the mental health. Like yesterday was really hard because I was reacting, and then I watched that video and I was like, oh, that's right. And today's been tough too, but it's like when I get to a tough spot, it's like, all right, what can I do right now? What's the best thing I can do? So it's not, oh, this hit and like do the best you can on the spot. It's like, all right, I'm going to take a step back and respond. What can I do? Okay. And when I allowed myself to think, when I allowed myself to slow down and process what was going on and allow my mind to allow my brain, my mind, which is created to come up with solutions, to come to conclusions, to have an assessment of what's going on. I started to feel a little bit better about the thoughts that were coming later versus just reacting and doing whatever it was happening. Okay. And so if you set up a routine in the morning, and one other thing too that I'll say about the meditation that's nice is when you think about the things you need to do for the day, also write them down so it's already on your mind. Write them down. Uh, yeah, usually paper pen is the best way to go. If you absolutely can't do that, then of course, okay, you can do the phone, but I'd recommend writing them down. There's something about having a planner which I don't have nearby. Unfortunately, I've got this really cool planner set that has been really effective for me. And all of it is it's out of my reach at the moment. So I didn't even think about it until now, well, as far as having it available. So I'll have it next time. But there's 4 quarterly planners. It comes in a box set and it is for the entire year. So 4 quarters in a year, and it has been a very excellent tool to have. So um, I know that when I'm consistent in that planner and I'm writing out everything in there, ask me what am I grateful for in the morning, what am I grateful for at night, what are my 3 objectives, what is the goal for the day, and then later ask things that I learned or wins for the day and things that I learned. And that ability to just reflect on a daily basis really helps me stay in the now. And all this has to do with habits. For example, I realized that, as I shared with you before, when I wake up and I get on my phone and I get after it for the day, it sets me up for a reactionary kind of day, a reacting kind of day, me reacting to things. And so I might react to my wife and say something that is not nice and that's going to put her in a place of question of, what's wrong with him or is there a problem with the relationship? I might, have a challenge with a client, and it might put me in a thinking pattern of, oh, man, I got to deal with this person, and now it's going to be an issue, and then the mind starts going from there. What if? What if? What if? What if? And then coming into that session with those preconceived notions, preconceived what ifs, it might have me respond in a way if I'm not paying attention to myself it might cause some issues for that relationship, or that, at least at the very least, that session. So, for me, I really realized that, man, this is crucial. Your habits are crucial. And habits can go both ways. Habits can be things that decay you, or habits can be things that grow you. Okay. And by decay, I mean decline. So you can be on the decline with your habits, or you can be on the incline. I don't think there's anything that's going to keep you stagnant. I haven't heard anybody talk about staying stagnant. I haven't heard anybody talking about that at all. Definitely decline, definitely incline, but nothing about stagnancy. So I want to talk about the power of habits and how they can address what's going on for today, for now, and also address the future. Okay. And the power of habits. And what's really cool about it is that excuse me, aspect of success that I've been able to see is that when you compound your habits, when you compound your actions day after day after day, I didn't say what kind of actions, I just said very simply actions. What you find is results. Now, if you don't brush your teeth for 30 days, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180 days, what do you think is going to happen when you see the dentist the next time? Chances are you might have some cavities. Chances are you might have to do a deep clean, which, like I said before, is miserable. I had deep cleans on both sides of my mouth. It was so bad I had to come back a couple days later to do the other side. It was so bad. Never again in my life. I am flossing as much as possible, brushing as much as possible, because see, yeah, getting there. I think they seem to be fairly good, according to the camera anyway. The dentist said I had very little staining, so hopefully that's cool. But at the end of the day, I do not want to have a deep clean ever again in my life. So I'm going to make sure I floss and brush. Okay. Now let's apply that to fitness, and let's set up for you a weekly 5-day weekly schedule. I want to do this for you guys. Okay, as far as habits. So what are 5 things you could do in one day? Yeah, 5 day, the 5 things you could do in one day. Successfully accomplish each of these 5 things through your 5 days. So now you're 5 times 5, 25. That's interesting. 25 days of Thanksgiving. Very interesting. Is there something that's formulating here? Was this preconceived? Perhaps. Anyway, long story short is what I want to do is set you guys up for success. So, what are 5 things that you know you can do that are going to be positives for you in your lifestyle? Waking up and drinking water, a glass of water, like 6, 8 ounces of water. Wake up and drink that water. Number 2, make the bed. Very simple to do. 2 items that will get you on that actionable track and set you up for success for the rest of the day. All right, now here are the last 3 that I think are really beautiful things. And the rest of it is whatever it is for your day. Number 3, guess we do it this way. Either or works. Number 3, move your body for 30 minutes. It could be a walk, it could be jump rope, jumping jacks, you could be doing squats and push-ups and crunches. It could be jumping on to YouTube and doing some of the workouts we have on our channel. You could be jumping onto YouTube, and you can literally search 30-minute workout on YouTube. I'm sure there's so many results. In fact, let's do it together. Why not? I want this to be effective and worth your guys' time. So let's go ahead and check this out. So just go YouTube, and you see how many different tabs I have open. Crazy, I know. 30-minute workout. All right. Well, there it is. Let's see. What does it tell you on YouTube? How many results? I'm not sure if it does these days. But you've got, see how many different options there are? Workouts and workouts and workouts and workouts. 30 minutes and 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 30 minutes. And oh my gosh, there's just so much stuff on here. That's insane. You can even filter it if you want to. That's wild. But there is So many different workouts, and I see people are using them. There's 99.5 million, 2.6 million, pop sugar, not surprised, self, not surprised. I've never heard of belly juice before, body product. So there is literally thousands of 30-minute workouts that you can do. All right, check. So we've got number three done, excuse me. Drink the water, make the bed, 30 minutes movement a day. It could be walking, it could be one of those exercises, or whatever. You got a lot of options for 30 minutes. Now, the fourth thing is to schedule that workout into your day. Lock it in. So before you do number three, we're going to change number three. Schedule your 30-minute workout. Okay, write it down. Put it somewhere where you know your schedule is law. Well, I wouldn't say law, but you know you're going to do it by putting it either in your written planner or in your phone when it sends you a notification. Okay, do your workout. Do that 30 minutes of movement for the day. It doesn't have to be, breaking the sweat, but definitely get that heart rate up for about 30 minutes. Okay. And number five, do your best to eat to fill the body for the day. Okay. Fuel the body, fill the body, fuel the body, both words for the day to support you throughout the day. Now, there are some things that you can do to make that fuel better. Eat until you're satiated, drink water before and after. And then, as far as the last recommendation, you can go to this website. And I think this is very valuable too. We're going to go ahead and go there again. My pleats. Okay. I'm going to share my screen while that pulls up. Why is it not coming up here? Sorry, guys, just a second. Why is it not coming up? For some reason, it is not loading. Wonder why that is. There we go. Okay, I can bring you guys over again. Here we go. My plates. What's cool about my plate is they'll show you fruits, veggies, grains, dairy, and protein. And you can plug in whatever it is that you want to look. And what I really like is, oh, it's not clickable. Let's see here. They call it Eat Healthy. Start with my plate. They got a visual. Give me a visual, guys. I want a visual, so I'm going to go back here. Images. There we go. So you guys can see this here. So I'm going to blow this up. Look, open, view, image. There we go. So it's not very big, but we'll blow it up. So you got fruits, vegetables, proteins, grains, and dairy. So it gives you an idea of how much you should fill each plate with these items, okay? Little dairy. The dairy is going to be like your cheeses, your basically your fats. You could substitute dairy for like nuts, seeds, avocado, for example. That's a good substitute if you're lactose intolerant. Fruits that I recommend would be bananas, bananas and berries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, raspberries. Veggies, all the leafy greens, all the colors of the rainbow, very simple. Your proteins are going to be things like lean meats, so fishes, chickens, um, the turkeys of the world, so to speak. Okay, those are some solid protein options. You could also get into the veggie protein, so your tofus, your tempehs, those kinds of proteins. And then your grains. So grains would be things like quinoa, brown rice, those kinds of things. And what's cool about my plate too is they actually show, let's see if I can get it to go back here really quick. Oh, yeah, that was not the one. So if we go back one more time, my plate, and we go to grains. All right, here you go. Wheat, rice, oats, cornmeal, barley, and other cereal grain as a grain product. And then it tells you about these are examples of grain products. Grains are divided into two subgroups, whole grains and refined grains. And you want to stay in the whole grains category. That's very important. You have the option to go ahead and click more. Okay, so that is what I would recommend for a successful day in 5 days in a row. Successful day, 5 days in a row. Wake up and drink your water, make the bed, plan your workout, do your workout or your exercise, 30 minutes, and eat according to my plate to a point where you feel full and you feel fueled for the day. All right, guys. So those habits right there, they're very simple. They don't take too much time. And all they require is a little bit of planning ahead. And when you plan ahead, you'll definitely have success. If you plug it into your schedule and you plan it, so you're intentionally plugging it in. So for me, if it's on my schedule, then I intend to do it. If it's not, chances are 95% of the time, it's not going to happen. I actually scheduled in this pre-recording today so that I had enough time to download it, to plug it into YouTube so I could schedule it, and also be ready in time to leave with my wife so we can go enjoy the weekend together. And that was something I had to do because I know if I just let the day go however it came, it was going to be bad news for me. So, with that being said, I'm at the end of today and this week. Really appreciate you guys being on with us again for another week. Really excited to connect with you again next week as we start our 25 days of Thanksgiving. That'll be every day, including Saturdays and Sundays. We won't be with you Saturdays and Sundays unless you check in with us on social media. But that will be our goal together as a group. We're going to do 25 days of Thanksgiving. I'm looking forward to it. So today we covered habits. We covered everything else as far as what we've been into this week. It is scary if you let your time tell you where you went. If you let your time tell you how things went, I should say. If you allow your money to tell you what you spent versus you telling your money how to be spent, those kinds of things. Same with the habits. You can create those downhill habits that are going to take you to places you don't want to go, or you can do the same hard. It's hard either way you go. It's hard to go downhill. It's hard to go uphill. You can work uphill and start cultivating and creating those habits that provide an amazing, excuse me, an amazing lifestyle that you're looking to gain and maintain. This is Ryan with Project Fresh. It has been an absolute pleasure to connect with you guys this week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.